When PUBG was released in 2017, everyone's mind was blown away. Then Fortnite came and well, some hated it and some loved it. Then out of nowhere came EA's cash grab, EA's answer to Battleroyal, Apex Legends, which was crowned to be the best Battle Royale ever. For a week, and then lost in the darkness, and then came to life. The game is the Undertaker of Battle Royale. It comes and goes. And then we have Blackout, Activision's answer to Battle Royale, followed by Firestorm, from Battlefield 5. Battlefield, man, what happened to you? And finally, we have Warzone, which was again developed by Activision, set in the Modern Warfare universe, and it is actually good and free to play. Can't argue with that one. But among all this, there was one company which was still sitting in the shadows with a vague smile on its face, cashing in on alpha packs and rushed out full-price DLCs, waiting for its turn. And well, we're talking about Ubisoft and their upcoming free-to-play Battle Royale game called Hyperscape. No need to dramatize that much. Hold the intro. Hey there folks, welcome to the following class, and today it's about getting hyper in Scape. No, that's not what this video is about. So Ubisoft is here with their streamer-focused Battle Royale game dubbed Hyperscape, and frankly it looks awkwardly promising from what I can put together presented in the trailers. The game takes place in the future in a map or city known as New Arcadia, and as far as the game goes, it stays true to the Battle Royale formula. You drop in with a team or solo, scavenge for loot, fight over other teams, and the last one or team alive wins. However, the game has some unique contribution up its sleeve, which I will be covering in a minute. But before that, I must say the game is heavily inspired from Apex Legends and not ripped off. Even if I want to say that word so bad, which you also find out in a minute. The first thing about the game is it's ridiculously fast paced, and which you can also see in the background of the video. Unlike PUBG, which is slow and methodical, if you mean shooting from miles away, this game is fast and adrenaline pumping, and you have to be quick rather than methodical. You need to be methodical, but you need to act fast. And the movement is slick and swift and more free than Apex Legends, which add another layer of verticality to the game. Every area is vulnerable and no angle is safe, so be on your toes. You are jumping over rooftops, sprinting on the street, fighting enemies mid-air, and on and on and on. The second thing is loot and upgrades. So when you drop in, you have a melee weapon and you have to scrounge for weapons and utilities. Weapons are found inside buildings and crates and can also be obtained from dead enemies. The game also have hot zones which have great loot but many residents, so if you are a daredevil, this zone is for you. Another item that can be found in the game is perks, which can be found besides weapon and basically grant you some abilities like jumping higher, quick dashes, and turn into a bouncing ball. Okay, but hey, I'm not here to judge. With this comes the first contribution, upgrades. So if you have a certain weapon or perk and find another duplicate of either of them, then you can fuse them and make a more higher tier robust weapon of the existing weapon or perk. Weapons vary from pistol to assault rifles to plasma cannon, so you are in for a punch. A ping system is also present, which can be used to highlight weapons, perks, waypoints, and mark enemies. Unlike the traditional shrinking circle, Hyperscape opts for an event simply known as decay. After a certain time, part of the map will start to lose its color and buildings will start to crumble. Once a part is decayed, any player present in that part will take damage. If you or your teammate dies, don't worry, the game also got you covered. You can redeploy your fallen comrades from a redeploy point. They spawn randomly on the map and can be dropped after killing an enemy. However, after redeployment, you will only have the melee weapon and have to scrounge for supplies again. Another interesting concept is afterlife in the game. See, when a teammate dies in most games, the person either have to watch the screen until your teammate dies or wait for them to revive you. In either case, all that person do is constantly berate his teammate about their poor life decisions until they load up another round, which is me, to be honest. However, in Hyperscape, if you die, you can still help your team as a form of echo. In this form, you can mark or ping incoming enemies or supplies but cannot interact with the world around you until you are eventually revived, hopefully. So if you made it to the end, there are two ways the game can end. Kill everyone and turn them into ash, or hold on to a thing for 45 seconds and win. Pretty simple and straightforward. And did I miss something? Oh yeah, so in the beginning of the video I told you the game being a streamer focused game. I'm not wrong. Apparently Ubisoft have teamed up with Twitch, and there is a way that the viewers of a streamer or stream can interact with the game. What the game do is it allows the viewer to trigger some events throughout the games, like an elimination round with unlimited ammo, zero gravity arena, and so on, which is a really cool concept if you think about it, and make the game the very first live interactive game ever. However, we don't know how well the developers gonna execute this concept, but it is there and it is a rare sight to behold if done right. So yeah, that's cover all the basic need to know attributes you should know or what I could put together. Now to be honest, there are few things that I need to talk about a bit more. First of all, the best thing about the game that I think as an individual is the map. The map is a dream come true for me. I always wanted an urban environment with buildings and really close packed arenas which will promote close quarter combat with a freedom exploration. That's why I loved Apex Legends and Warzone and Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, which was released back in 2006. But New Arcadia takes it to another level. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the map New Arcadia is based upon the present day Paris, so expect some really tall buildings and landmarks. Apart from inspiration, the map has a lot of jump pads lying around, so reaching the skies ain't a problem anymore. It has a very Cyberpunk 2077 look to it. I mean, it's great. I may be getting a little bit carried away with the map, but many times people often forget that map design makes a huge difference. The best example will be the map from Blackout. The map was basically a mix of popular Call of Duty multiplayer maps and is loved by many because it felt more homecoming rather than far from home. You get the point, right? And this could be a major advantage for Hyperscape. With the map aside, the best part about the game is its concept of echo. Look, I die a lot and it becomes a lot frustrating to watch the screen until the match is over. But with this new concept, you can now actively help your teammates and not be a burden anymore. However, this concept needs a lot of tweaking to be work properly without breaking the wall. If you can tag enemies, then one can basically go alone tagging enemies until the match is over, giving the team an unfair advantage. This will be borderline cheating, so this needs some massive tweaks to work properly. So by now it is obvious that the game is heavily inspired from Apex Legends, which isn't really criminal to start with. This game isn't necessarily here to revitalize the Battleroyal formula, but rather to add more convention and add on to the already established genre, just like Warzone. So if you all gave Warzone a chance, then why not to Hyperscape? Plus the game has its own innovation like the ecosystem, which won't make you feel useless after you die and still be an integral part of the team. And the live interactive way of interacting with the game while streaming, now that's innovative. So basically I will conclude with saying that despite what I say or anyone on the internet, you should try the game yourself and be the judge. The game is free to play, so you lose nothing but internet packs. The game releases on 12th July 2020. Subscribe for more videos like this.